You finally get the quiet you begged for. But instead of peace, your chest tightens. You scroll, clean, overthink, anything but sit still. Because the truth is, rest doesn't feel safe. It feels like danger wearing soft clothes. You survived too much to relax now. But you are not who you were when you learned to brace. You're not that version of you anymore. The one who had to stay alert to stay alive. She built you, but she doesn't have to run you. All right? She doesn't have to run you anymore. Hi, love. I'm Kay Ali Cole, and this is where women learn to love and lead from power, not panic. This is where we return to our truth and learn the strategy of peace, purpose, and power. This is your invitation to come home to your center, to yourself. All right? Before we begin, Queen, stay with me until the end. Your exclusive Queen's Closing gift is waiting there for you. And I see so many of you watching without subscribing. Go ahead and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button because you give me your time and I give you my best. That's our promise to each other. All right. In this message, it is so valuable that you're here because by the end of this message, you'll understand so many things. You'll understand why stillness can feel threatening even when your life is finally stable, why your mind runs even when your body is tired, and how to start building a relationship with rest that doesn't scare your nervous system. You're not lazy. You're not broken or behind. You're just detoxing survival, right? So let's start here. Not with the idea of rest, but with the moment you finally got it and still couldn't receive it. Let's start right there. You finally got a weekend to yourself. No kids, no demands, no noise. But instead of feeling relieved, your body panicked. You felt unsettled, like you should be doing something, solving something, preparing for something. So you cleaned, you scrolled, you overthought. You couldn't rest because peace felt unfamiliar. Your chest felt tight, your thoughts were racing, your stomach was uneasy. You couldn't drop into rest because your body didn't recognize that it was safe, right? This isn't laziness. This is what it looks like when your nervous system doesn't trust quiet, when stillness was once followed by chaos. You learned that silence was a setup. And even when life got better, your body still waited for the other shoe to drop. This is why rest feels wrong. Not because it is, but because it wasn't modeled, mirrored, or rewarded. You were praised for productivity, needed when you were fixing, valued when you were giving. You learned love by over-functioning, right? And sometimes the only attention you received came when you were in motion, solving, explaining, rescuing, proving. Stillness never felt like safety. It felt like invisibility. But real love, real leadership, real presence, they don't chase your efforts. They honor your existence. God didn't create you to grind your way into worthiness. Even the divine rested. Even Eden had no deadlines. And he's not asking you to earn rest, only to receive it. Softness isn't the absence of strength, love. It's the return to inner regulation, feminine maturity. It means learning to sit in peace without performing for it. That's the new power. That's what you hold now. Queen, if you're tired of overgiving and always being on, subscribe now because this year you're not leading from burnout. You're leading from your center. Your peace is the new standard. Let this space remind you of it every single day. So why rest feels unsafe after chaos? There's something so disorienting about silence when you've lived your life inside noise. You would think stillness would feel like peace, like home. But for a lot of women, it feels like a threat, like being abandoned, like the silence is hiding something, like the next explosion is just waiting. Because when all you've known is tension and survival, right? Survival becomes your rhythm. And rest feels like dropping your guard. It feels like letting go of the very thing that kept you alive. Let me walk you through this. In real life, this might show up as you finally get some time to yourself and you feel restless. You sit down to breathe and your brain starts racing. No one is calling, no one is texting, and you don't know why that feels like rejection. It's not because you don't want peace. It's because your body still remembers what came after the quiet. You're not confused, you're cautious, and that makes sense. It does. See, chaos teaches the body to stay ready, not for joy, but for pain. So even when there's nothing wrong, you stay braced. That tight in your chest, that feeling, that's your body saying, I've seen this before and it didn't end well. You're not doing anything wrong. You're just living in the rhythm of survival. And that rhythm, it becomes addictive. It does. Can I tell you something that may sting a little? Sometimes we chase chaos not because we like drama, but because calm feels unfamiliar. We stay in patterns that hurt because at least we know them. Predictability becomes the prize, even if the outcome is pain. But here's what I want you to remember. Peace isn't passive. It's powerfully chosen. You are not weak because you feel unsafe in rest. You are wise because your body is revealing what still needs safety. That's not failure, that's feedback. And now that you know what you're responding to, you get to choose a different response. All right? We're going to do an embodied check-in. Let's pause right here. Check in with yourself, not with your thoughts, but with your body. Can you unclench your jaw? Can you drop your shoulders 2%? Now notice, what does rest feel like right now? Not the idea of it, but the felt experience of it. Don't run from that awareness, just notice it. Stay here with it. You're learning your own language. If you spent your life keeping everyone else calm, regulated, or stable, you've probably forgotten what your peace feels like. But this is your oxygen moment, love. Before you carry anyone else, you must first learn how to sit with your own stillness. Not silence that hides fear, but stillness that holds you. Right? Queen, if this message is pulling something open in you, go ahead and subscribe now, because every day we're building the sanctuary of quiet power, one message at a time. This is not just another self-help channel. This is where your nervous system comes home. You give your time, I give my best. That's our promise. All right. So let's keep going. So let's dig a little deeper into this together. Because what no one talks about is this. Once you do begin to rest, really rest, you'll be surprised by what starts to rise to the surface. The tears, the memories, the things you've been too busy to feel. That's where we're headed to next, right? Unpacking all of that. Unpacking why those things come up. You don't just lay down and rest when you've been surviving. You scan the room, you check for threats, you think about the next problem that might show up if you stop moving. Because movement was never just movement for you. It was safety. It was your warning system. It was the only thing keeping your world from falling apart. Even now, when there's nothing to solve, Your body doesn't believe that. So when people say, just take a break, or just relax, or just rest, it feels dismissive, because what they don't see is that rest doesn't feel like relief. It feels like exposure, right? You weren't taught to see stillness as strength. No. You were taught to see it as laziness, as weakness, as a crack in your armor. That's not your fault. It's a pattern of survival that's been passed down, modeled, and memorized. And even if you know it logically, your body still says, if I stop, something will fall apart. If I rest, I'll miss something. If I breathe, someone will need me again for something. This is what you're really up against, love. You're not resisting rest. You're resisting what rest will reveal. The emotions you buried, the fatigue you've carried, the grief you haven't had time to feel and deal with. So let me say this clearly. You don't owe anyone your exhaustion. You don't have to keep proving you're strong by never stopping. You don't have to earn your stillness by suffering first. And you are not falling behind for needing space to recover. You're finally getting honest with your nervous system, right? So let's pause here, not to stop the message, but to name what's really rising. That tight feeling in your chest, that's resistance. That shallow breath, that's your body remembering it's still bracing. That voice in your head that says, keep going, that's the survival script talking. That's what it is. Queen, if this message is giving you language to what you've never been able to name, don't lose this rhythm. Subscribe now so your rest doesn't get interrupted by noise again. This space was built to help you stay centered, even when life tries to pull you out of it. All right? Stillness doesn't mean passive love. It doesn't. It means preserved, protected, present with yourself. You're not weak because you need quiet. You're not behind because you need healing. You're not broken because you don't want to keep running. You're just ready to come home to yourself. And that is holy, right? All right, let's walk into this next part as if your peace depends on it, because it does. We're about to step into the truth that shifts everything. The moment you stop trying to earn rest is the moment your body starts trusting it. All right? So let's move forward together. Take a breath right here, because we're going to talk about why rest feels unsafe after all the chaos. Because there's a moment that no one really talks about. When the storm passes, the phone is quiet, the house is calm, and you finally have space to breathe. But instead of peace, you feel pressure. Instead of calm, you feel guilt. Because chaos trains your body to equate stillness with danger. So the moment things settle, your nervous system gets louder. You feel like you should be doing something, fixing something, cleaning something, saving someone. Because somewhere deep down, stillness feels like failure, right? Way down deep. Because you weren't rewarded for being centered. You were rewarded for being needed. So now, even when nothing is asked of you, you carry this invisible demand to stay useful. That's not rest. That's performance. See, a grounded man who is present, clear, emotionally stable, he doesn't rush peace. He protects it. But if your model of connection was built on inconsistency and adrenaline, you'll subconsciously recreate that pattern. Even alone, you'll stir up problems just to feel something familiar. You'll pick a fight with yourself to avoid the silence. You don't have to stay in that pattern, Queen. Let me say this with you, not at you. You've had enough chaos to last a lifetime. You've had enough adrenaline, confusion, and hypervigilance. It's okay to not be ready for full rest yet, but it's not okay to punish yourself for needing it. You are safe to heal at your own pace, and you are worthy of a life that doesn't ask you to suffer to feel seen, right? Right here, we'll pause and just notice. Are your shoulders tensed? Is your jaw tight? Are your thoughts racing? Breathe, love, not because someone told you to, but because you deserve to feel safe in your own body again. This is what emotional sobriety feels like. Peace without panic. Silence without suspicion. Okay? Just breathe. You're not at your most powerful when you're pushing through. You're at your most powerful when you know you don't have to anymore. That is the woman you're becoming, and she doesn't chase calm. She chooses it intentionally every day. And the guilt you feel for resting, that's not truth. That's trauma. You were trained to keep moving, not because it made you better, but because it kept you distracted from your pain. Now you're here, seeing it, holding it, and choosing differently. That is progress. It is. So let's land this together. Let's close in a way that doesn't just explain rest, but anchors it into your body, your rhythm, and your identity. Because tomorrow begins a new type of peace, right? A new year, but peace begins the moment you say, I don't need to be in survival mode to be valuable. Let's seal that truth with breath, with ritual, and with sovereignty. Yeah? All right. Okay, so we're going to take this time that you can ask yourself why rest doesn't feel peaceful, why slowing down feels like weakness, why silence feels loud, and why calm feels like something missing. The answer isn't that rest is wrong for you, love. It's that no one ever taught you how to feel safe in the absence of crisis. So let's anchor it into something that reminds you. Peace is not a reward you earn. It's a rhythm you're allowed to live in. Okay? Let's do a body check-in right here. Just take one slow breath with me, right? Not because something is wrong, but because everything in you deserves a moment to feel safe. So breathe in, and then hold it for 2, 1, 2, and then breathe out. Breathe out for 6. All right. And we're going to breathe in again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 2. And then breathe out for 6. Exhale. All right. We're going to do some affirmation because this helps reprogram your mind. Right? Say after me, rest is not abandonment. It is alignment. God is still working, even when I'm not. My stillness is not silence. It's sacred. If this message softened something in you, if it felt like coming home to your own center, then Queen, subscribe now. This is not about supporting a channel. This is about never losing the rhythm your soul has been begging for. And your exclusive Queen's gift is waiting, a soft guided practice to help you reclaim your rest, right? You give your time, I give my best. That's our promise to each other. And tomorrow we're going to go ahead and talk about something very important. Tomorrow is going to unlock the next piece of your journey. Because when the world tells you you're falling behind, you need someone to tell you the truth. You're not behind, you're recovering, right? That's tomorrow's message. Same sanctuary, same seat. You don't have to rush, just return. And as always, be blessed and stay crowned. Take care.